A, domain and range, second day with it. The open circle says you get that. The closed circle says you get that. The question is with the, let's do the domain, the range. Range, I'm going from -1 all the way up to, -1 all the way up. And so it's from what, -1 to what? Thank you, -1 to 5. The top guy gets a square, the bottom guy gets a that. How do you do the inequality version? Step 1, we're only going to use the less than symbol. We'll use the letter X for domain because it's the X line. X right in the middle. And for the range, we're going to use green line. A Y because it's the Y-axis. Only less than symbols. What do you mean less than symbols? This X is going to get one to the left, one to the right. It's kind of like a bodyguard, 2 bodyguards, the entourage. Same thing on the greens. Left and left. Let me put in the numbers and I'll see if I can say it. The number should tell why, but we'll see. So the question is, what goes on either side of these? The beginning of the domain and the end of the domain go on either side of the symbols. It turns out it's the same exact numbers that you put in the bracket version, which I mean the integral version. So here, -1, +1. Put in the numbers for the green if you can guess them. This is why people can pick up on patterns. They're going to do good in math because they figure out, oh, well, if I did the beginning and the end up here, down here, I'm probably going to put the beginning and the end. So people who pick up patterns, it doesn't mean you're smarter than the rest of us. It just means you can guess better a lot of the time. Okay? And then the last part is going to be, the last part is going to be the less than symbols. Sometimes they have the less than or equal to, and sometimes they'll just have the less than. Just tell them? Yeah, just tell them. When it's empty, you just have one thing, an empty circle. If you color in that circle, you have two things. Like this is a glass. This is a glass with your favorite drink in it. Oh, I'm going to pause. Yeah. I'll say it again. The empty circle is like an empty glass. So this guy here, he stays as is, while the guy up here who has something in, he gets something extra. What's that extra thing? The or equal to. So less than or equal to. Over here you can see that the -1 is connected to the empty side, so nothing happens to him. The positive one is connected to the 5. Oops, I wish I could put it in green. Take a look at it, see if you're confused. See if you're like, I don't get it. What is he talking about? Now here's the good news. The interval version is enough. So when you give the domain and range on a test, you don't have to give both of them. You just do the one that you understand, which is the first one that we probably did. Anything I want to say about that? The question, hey, why always less than? From left to right, you do the smaller number. In other words, the red line is the domain. The domain falls between two numbers. It falls between the -1 and the +1. That is, this red line, the red line X is greater than -1, this edge. But the red line is smaller than the +1. It's something like that is my best way of kind of saying it. But it's trapped between, you do from least to greatest. And with these less than symbols, that's the only way you can do least to greatest, going from left to right. Dang it. So we'll say, here we go, black dot gets you the square, white dot gets you parentheses. There's a white dot at the end at 5. There's a black dot right here, also a black head if it was one of those things called pimples. That gets you the square guy. The
symbol is like a list.
Anybody want to guess what the range will be? I don't know if it's
0, 1, 0, 4.
Hey, you guys know that from somewhere else, or you figured it out? It's just you just put in the numbers. How you guys learn that? How you guys know that?
Tim, you.
Oh, no, I can't say me. I've never said that. I even skipped this section last time.
Skip 0.
Oh, thank you. You guys had it in with Brian, you said?
Yep.
So the people who said the answer, how do you all know it? It can't be from me. I didn't do that one. I've never done that one. So besides me, the other people who said it. But normally you would think you'd have to have just two numbers because that's the pattern. Also, you would think you have the parentheses around it, but you don't. According to the answer key, and that's the only way I know it. The answer key.
Why do you put that? 0, 1,
Every place that the line, if we were to shoot it this way, would hit the y-axis, that's a range. So stink, it would hit at 0. Stink, it would hit it at 1. Stink, it would hit it at 2. Stink, 3, and stink. Those sound effects, that's me. Yeah. Well, whatever. All right, here you go. Haters will hate. All right, here goes. Let's see. Number 21. They probably have 21. That's what from. What number is this? Is -5? What's the guy over here? 4. Black and white. All right. Bottom floor is what? What's that up? And top one? Bottom floor is black and white. Yeah. Huh? All right, I'm moving. Oh, I should have done it in green.
Why do you do the
It's the symbol thing. So when you see that video from next time, you're like, oh, see, yeah.
That one has 2 pairs.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Dang it. Sheesh. So bottom floor was a negative what again?
4, -2. And then those are brackets together.
And the union thing, we got to hook it together.
And the other half.
-1?
-1. And those were both parents.
All right, I'm moving because time is of the essence. I got to move away from this. For those who don't even need one I'm writing, you go to that front sheet and start putting the domain and range on that. But for those who ask a question, when I get to yours, you watch it. 23. 23, you're going forever and ever, so you're going negative infinity, positive infinity. Infinity always gets the rounded guys. They never get a square because it never ends. A square is you ended somewhere, you stop somewhere. Dang it, I did it in green. You know what? You just work. No, I'm going to fix it anyway. Green guy, he starts at, what is that, a +1? And he goes up forever. Forever, nothing. Because there's an asymptote there, it has to be a rounded guy. All right, 25 and 26. 25 and 26. 25, I think we did, but I'm still going to do it. You're from what? Negative. What's that back number? -4. 4. Black dot. Empty circle. Green. -2, +2. They're both brackets. For those who weren't here, again, watch the video. This is the fast version. Number 26. Ooh, hello 26 and 26. I'm gonna put the interval, the what's that thing called? The inequality version, because the way you're gonna write that one, and actually I'm gonna write the inequality version for anybody who has a double. For number 23 and somebody else. For 23, I'm gonna write the inequality version because it'll show up. So here we go. Let's see what we got here. Forever and ever. It's at what? For the range, what's that first dotted line at? Is that at a 1? The up and down line, is it at x at 1? For no, for the red line. There's a blue circle I have on the board.
Yeah, it's that one.
Is that 1? So here's what we got to do. We have to break it into 2 pieces because the line's going to be coming this way, and at the what's that thing called? At the asymptote, it won't touch. It's going to skip over, and if it skips over, you have to put the letter U. So here's what I'm going to do. From negative infinity, I'm going to start coming from left to right, and then at 1, I'm going to skip that. Put a little U, but then right after 1, I'm back on. So at 1 again, I'm going still to the right to positive infinity. Now this is a hard problem. Oh, but it does show up. So you got to know this one. I almost want to say, like, don't even worry about that one. They're not going to give you that, but yeah, they are going to give you that.
Next Wednesday.
I'm going to do it this Wednesday, but watch the video. Watch it 2 times like your favorite movie. Here it comes for the green. I'm starting from negative infinity. It's going to look exactly the same. Negative infinity, I start coming up at, is that -1? Boom.
It's 0.
Is that at 0 or is that the line below it? This dotted line that goes left to right, it hits y at -1, I think.
It's telling me 0.
Today is Tim's lucky day. Telling me it's wrong. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let me erase up here. No, you can tell Timmy's wrong. That's what I do! Most of the time he's right, so if I'm right, at least it's what I'm correct on the test. And I'll look at the answer key, but I think this one has to be -1 is where that circle is. And it goes up to positive infinity. Write it down, write it down. This one is a tough one. Write it down if you don't already have it. That way we're going to write the inequality thing on this one. This one is special, so write this one down. It goes like this. How should I say it? For the range, the red line goes from -infinity all the way across, except at not at the 1. So it's going to be x does not equal 1. Basically, it's everybody else but 1. Got to write it down. Got to write it down. And then for this guy here, the y, it equals everybody except for that -1. So that's how you say everybody except for -1. Oh, you don't have these? Okay, that can work. Or you can go like, hey, I don't have it. Can I get one of those? Yeah. Ask me. But the good news is, it's all on video. As a matter of fact, we're recording it right now. And you can rewatch it, put it all in. Which, since we didn't do this as much last time, this is a good thing to have. So I give you 2 separate sheets, and then we'll go from there. All right, recording, let's pause that. I'm just having think while they're watching. On the interval version, if it goes from -infinity to positive infinity, that's all real numbers. We'll do the symbol version. X equals, all real numbers, we use the capital R with an extra line in the middle. It's a special R. Anybody else? And for this guy here, let's see, it starts with Y. So that's how you say all real numbers in math talk. Do I know how to say this bottom thing? I think I know how to say it. I'm starting from here and I'm going up, but I'm not including it. So Y, oops. All the numbers that are greater than Y, all the numbers that are greater than 1. All right, pause there. The problem isn't up on the board yet, but when I do get it up on the board, there'll be another problem. So let me pause it. So the problem that they're looking at is a y equals a 5x minus 12. There's a table to fill in, x, y, -2, -1, and so on. Rather than the old-fashioned way you would do it, you would plug in -2 in the place of x, work it out. When you get the answer for y, you plug that in. Well, with these handy-dandy calculators, what you're going to do is you're going to go to your y equals. That is the top button here, top gray button, y equals. Once you get to your y equals button, you are going to type in the function. Function is the equation. We can call it a function. We can call it an equation. We call it a function because it produces a picture. The picture is the function. So you can type in that function. It's a
y equals
5x minus 12. The question is, hey, where do I get the x from? I know where to get the 5. I hit the 5. The x is the button to the right of the green button. The button to the right of the green button will always produce it. Is it coming up now? Yeah. Okay. So here we go. We hit 5. The xt theta button to the right of the green plus, what is it, a 12? Once you have done that, you have done your work. Is it minus or plus? Oh, shoot. Minus. How do I delete? I can back up. I can back up just over it and just type in over that. If I mess up, where's the minus sign? Minus. 1, 2. That's where I'm getting to. Once I plug that in, hooray, you win. You don't have to do any work. Any answer you want for this function, you have it. All you have to do is hit the button, table. How do you get to table? You're going to do blue button, anywhere's in blue. You have to hit blue button first, and then that's, so blue button and table all the way to your right next to the word graph. My little cursor is on it right now. This big calculator you can have at home. Unless you own one of these $80 calculators at home, there's a way to get to this thing, which I'm going to send off in a text. Tell someone around you, double check, make sure everyone is there.
I'm not there.
Look next to your neighbor. Get there, and it's taking long to open up or start. Go grab another computer. Of course, yeah. So what are you going to do? You're going to plug in. Now, some mess up. If it's doing some hit, if your calculator looks weird, hit blue button plus sign 722. Blue button. This is if your calculator is messing up. Blue button plus sign 722, and that resets everything. And then you go back to y equals, type in the thing, go to table, blue button table. So what is it? What do we get? Well, if I want to know the answer to what does y equal when x is a -2, I have to arrow up or arrow down to get to it. And there it is. Sweet. -1, -2. Write them in the answers. Write in the answers. On your test, I believe they will ask you to fill it in a table somewhere, and I will allow you to do it this way. What did I forget? You will go back to the video. You will watch and plug it in. What's -2? Is it -22? Maybe let me make it in green so that way it stands a little bit more. Someone may be having issues with it. Check with the partner, and I'll pause and ask if anybody got in trouble. 22, -17, and go to 11. 11, here's the hint on this one. Even though they have the function notation, they have what f of x equals, what's that, 2/3? X minus 4. F of x is like a nickname. My name, my first or a second name. My name is Thomas. My middle name is Enrique. You can call me f of x, or you can call me y equals. They're both the same thing. They're both the same person. It's just a different way of calling it. And so f of x, I'm going to throw you off what you put in your calculator. It's going to be y equals the stuff. What's the trick I want you to know? There are parentheses above, like number 1 and 3 or something. You need to use parentheses around the fraction to protect it from the x. So when you type in this guy to get the table, it's going to be y equals, parenthesis, 2 divided by 3, close parenthesis, x minus 4. Try and punch it in, and I'll try to figure out what's going on with that calculator. Is it doing it? Is it up now or no? Not?
Put this on 11.
Oh, it's downloading. So this is number what? Who? 11? Yeah. Well, you can look on the calculator too, even though I know you've done some of this before. And then all the other numbers that we check mark, go to them and do this thing. Hopefully it feels like, oh, that's not a big deal.
Where is that 11 at?
It should be on the back page. Or there's 2 sides of the paper. Should be on one side, unless you got a bad copy. You go down. What am I typing in here? Parenthesis. Oh, it's above number 8. 2 divided by 3. Make sure whatever answer you get, you look at somebody else's paper. Do not just do it on your own, because what if you get yours wrong and you don't know? Minus 4. Where's x? X, and then it's minus 4. Very important point. Very important point. There is this little minus sign in the parenthesis at the very bottom below number 3. You only use that if you need to make a number negative. So if you need to make, -7, you hit this little guy down here to make a -7. You don't do -7.
How do you get that slash?
Also division symbol. Also, here at the end where I need to do -4, if I put in negative symbol 4, something will go wrong. So make sure when it's a minus something, you do minus something. If it's negative something, you do negative something. You'll get practice with it. Where's my -4? And then voila, I'm good to go. Hopefully you can do it. If you can't, please look on a neighbor. One of you guys have to get it, and then blue button, table. Hey, what if I don't do it now? Can I get some tutoring after class? No, you can't, but you can watch a video. For which one? For what?
For number 11, which one do you choose?
What do they want? What do they want?
They want 12 and -3.
12?
And -2.
Well, yeah, I'll give them that. -3 out. Oh, good point. Here is what good question. Now you know what he meant because at first it sounded like, oh, I'll go to it, but clearly there's only one answer. The reason they have y1 and y2 is because both equations are still available. What if I only want my second equation available? There are two ways to do it. I could delete my first equation, or I could just tell it, don't show my first equation. How do I do that? Please do me a favor, everyone. If you have a y1, y2, please go to y equals.
Thomas,
There.
hers doesn't show the two.
It only shows one?
Yeah.
Well, hers, she may be lucky because what I'm about to do to mine, maybe her calculator already did, which is, notice how both my y equals, the equal sign are both in black. They're highlighted. We're going to go to y1 and we're going to unhighlight it. How do you do that? You go over the equal sign, you hit enter, and you arrow down. What does he mean? I'm going to arrow over to the equal sign. It's blinking. I'm going to hit enter, if you see me. Then, to make sure that I really did it, I'm going to arrow down just to see. Nope, the equal sign is no longer highlighted. Therefore, whatever information it gives me on table, it will only give me blue button table for the one I'm looking for. Somebody's confused on that. I know. I said it fast.
Can you do it again?
Say I want to bring that thing back. I go to my y equals, blinking light, put it over my equal sign, hit enter. That means I want you. I choose you. I arrow down just to make sure that that equal sign really is highlighted or highlit, whichever one it really is. And then I go back to my table to see, do I have to? Yeah, I have to. I'm going to undo it because I don't want it. Y equals. Blink on the equal sign, hit enter, arrow down just to make sure I did it. Go back to my graph.
Did you do 10 already?
Number 10? No, I haven't done this. It's only 11. So let me pause this right here. All right, so what is he about to do? Some people understand how to do it without that. Do me a favor, push that door for me, Sarah. We're going to squeeze in this last little part. Here we go. What does Thomas want us to do on the back page? Y equals, yeah, 5 minutes, -1 and that. Green. 2 minutes, then I'll take an extra 3 and apologize. All right, here goes. So here comes the table. There's nothing out there but other people. And food. Oh, I apologize about the food. All right, the food is coming. 0, 1, -1. 0, 1, -1. This is what you should reproduce. This is what you're writing. This is what you're writing.
Wait, for where?
Say it again.
Where you reckon this?
I'm back here, anywhere you can squeeze it in. You know what? Here's what I'll do for you. The people, pause. All right, for these two equations, you're going to plug them into your calculator to your y equals. How do I get rid of my old stuff? I'm going to see if I can just clear the whole line. Clear the whole line, yeah. So clear the whole line, go down, clear the whole line as quietly as you can. So I can type this in for your video. I hope -x -1. You plug that in for the red. For now, I'm just going to get that alone. I need to do two at the same time, but I'm not. I'm going to put in that second function in table. I need a 0 and a 1. You're just going to arrow down. All right, for 0 is -1. For 1, it's a -2. And for a -1, it's a 0. Quietly as possible if you're in. And someone push the back door for me, that way the sound from out there doesn't come in, please.
Yeah.
I'll do it again for the green. Oops. Let's do it again for the green. The green one, I'm going to unhighlight this guy here. Unhighlight you. Where are you? I'm going to unhighlight you by hitting enter. And then I'm going to arrow down for the next guy, which is going to be x minus a 3. X minus a 3. Blue button and table. What do I need? A 0 and a 1. All right. For 0, I am putting in a -3. For what is it? For a 1, I'm putting in a -2. And for a 2, no. -1, I'm putting in a -4. all that, I'm just looking right here. Oops. I'm just doing here on my calculator. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to graph these two guys, but let me get my picture and I'll do a fake graph. And then from there, we'll fix it next class. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to hit graph. There's a little picture. I'm going to make a little sketch of that with my tables, and that would be enough for the answer. So let's sketch that, and then I'll be done. Hey, how come I only have one line? I need the other line. So I'll start with one line. What line do I have? What line is that I have? Let's see. Oh, I got it. Y2 is the first line. Y2 is the first line. Let's see if I can get my Y2. Y2 is the first line. That's the green stuff. Your Y2. Y1. Let me see if I can get it in. Green. Green goes below. Green goes below. Look at green going. Let me see if I can get red. Then after I get red, I can end this video. Where are you, red? U. How do I get to red? I hit enter. I go down. I get rid of U. Graph, and here comes red. Red, you're shooting down that way. Red, you're shooting down that way. Maybe I just let them sketch it. All right. The end. That's how you would do it. We'll do another one of those in class before the test. Enjoy the